I'm Senior Vice President Ted Crawford, 5 Links Enterprises. Started back in 5 Links in March of 2010. What made me get involved in 5 Links is that I was at a point in my life where I was actually looking for something. I felt like I was at a roadblock and I just needed more. And a lot of things I've tried in the past were okay, but a lot of them weren't working. But again, when I hit that roadblock, just about the beginning of 2010, I realized I wasn't being fulfilled anymore, let alone I didn't have any money in my bank account. So in a nutshell, I just realized that I had to do something different in order to get different results. So I go to my friend's home in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, witnessed the presentation of 5 Links, and I'm gonna tell you, I was so blown away because when I first arrived at the home, I kind of smiled and I said, oh, they got me to one of these meetings. And I just started laughing. But I said, while I'm here, I might as well open up my mind and listen to the presentation. So I did that. Sat through the entire presentation, and again, I was blown away. Because all I said to myself was this: if this thing works, I'm gonna work it. Because when I saw the presentation, I didn't have any money. And I could just see myself a year prior to seeing the opportunity, me just making up an excuse to say, hey, I don't have the $600+ to get started, which is what it cost back when I started. That was much less than that these days. And I just said, hey, I gotta move some stuff around. I gotta make this happen. Because again, you gotta become very resourceful. In order for me to change my current situation, I had to devise a plan to change the remainder of my life. And hence the company 5 Links. First year in 5 Links, amazing again. It was the end of the winter time and I was training for the New York City Marathon. And all I said to myself was, again, I was on this endless pursuit of finding something different. Got involved in 5 Links. And again, it's amazing how things work out because I played basketball just about a week after I joined 5 Links. And that Sunday I played basketball, I sprained my ankle pretty badly. I almost broke my ankle. So I actually was kind of laid up for a few days in the house. And that's when it allowed me to actually focus on my 5 Links business, build it up, get to know it, do all my training. So I actually started switching over my services because within 5 Links, when you go through your 5 Links website, you can actually switch over your services you're currently using, whether business or personal, and you can save on those services. And that's one of the reasons why it really sparked my interest. I say my first 2 weeks in the business, I did pretty well. I hit the position of executive trainer. Soon after that, I hit the position of executive director in 40 days. So I was excited. And some of my closest friends to this day just wouldn't even get a service from me to support my business. But again, I thank them because that just actually told me I had to go to another level with the business. I had to dig deep within myself and figure out my true purpose as to why I'm in this business and why I'm going through what I'm going through. But again, most people wasn't ready for the information. So again, here I am about to finish out my first year, holidays are upon me, and I'm thinking to myself, what's my next move? I was a national director at the time, and all I had my sights was on hitting the position of senior vice president. Soon after the holidays, and I can just remember this day so vividly, I was actually at work, and I was out at lunch with a client of mine. And I'm sitting down having lunch with my client, and my phone just kept ringing and ringing and ringing. And it was so weird because that day the day was beautiful. It was it was a beautiful day, fairly sunny, and I just felt good that day. But again, my phone kept ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing, and I ignored it because I'm with a client, and I didn't recognize the phone number. So then I said, I think I must pick up this call because this number keeps showing up in my missed call log. Obviously, it must be very important. So I take the call, and that's when I got the news from my brother. My brother called me and told me that mom was admitted into the hospital that morning, which I got the text that she was going into the hospital, and she never made it out. She passed away that afternoon. And all I did was replay my mom's words, and I kept listening to the words from the time when we sat and talked. And she just said, keep going, baby, keep doing what you're doing. And that was enough for me right there. That told me that, you know what, any position within this organization, I will reach that position. Because I had something in me that was instilled by my mom that had no quitting attached to it. that just had this fire and this energy just to get things done and finish off. I started to realize that the business had really nothing to do with the products and services that 5 Links had to offer. The business had more so to do with self-development of an individual. And the funny thing is, some pastors say 5 Links is ministry with a compensation plan attached to it. And some of my business partners, as well as myself, would say 5 Links is a self-development package with a compensation plan attached to it.